And we're live. Todd Schroth here, Agents Who Win, with my partner, Daniel Betancourt.
What's up?
How's it going, everybody? So we had a Mr. Nick Krem with content cards in our office last week, and he was going over what's the importance of video. Obviously, we're doing a lot of that here and doing it on your Facebook page to engage more versus just posting random comments, how video can help elevate your business. And I've seen some success stories of other agents in some of our Facebook groups who have literally doubled their business just posting video about real estate or about themselves, about their day. It was great to see on one of my team members after the video was over or after the meeting was over, he was showing houses, and it was about, and of course we got Mr. Nick Krem on here. Awesome. Thanks for the fire, kid. About one of his buyers, the seller had left for lunch, and the buyer decided to take a piece of the frozen pizza that he had cooked and, hey, let's have lunch on the showings. So it's just posting little videos about about that out there. So Danny, go ahead.
Yeah. Nick Krem brought some amazing energy to the room. He did an awesome job giving all kinds of anecdotes, got everybody fired up to do more Facebook Lives. He said he's going to be working on breaking his record of 9 lives in a day. So that was pretty impressive. And I went out and did a live right after that. Like my next appointment after that, I was really just going to get a lockbox, but I did a Facebook Live because I had some fire lit under me by Nick Krem. So thanks for that awesome presentation, Nick.
And it's the lives come down to a couple things. What's the goal with the video? And, one, it's you got to figure out what the video is going to be, and then what's the goal behind it. And you want to do it daily at least, so it's consistent, so people will start to see you, because Facebook will obviously ask you, do you want to be notified every time Todd goes live? And if you hit yes, then it will start to notify you a lot more often. Talk about the buy-in process, the listing process.
Yeah, doing those milestone videos, that's something that I've done in the past. I think it's something that you want to just keep doing on a regular basis. Lawrence, the lender, came in after the meeting, and we were talking about that also, something that we see some lenders doing, but a lot of people really want to create one of the milestone videos for throughout the process. So when you're working with a buyer and your offer gets accepted, you can send out a celebratory video congratulating them on the accepted offer and then explaining the following steps to them. It's also something that you can input into your CRM as an automated process. And it's just something that makes, it comes off as showing off your process as a polished one.
Well, when you do the milestone videos, I think it's great because it's like, what are the 4 milestones in the real estate transaction? 1 is getting your contract accepted, 2, the inspections, 3, the appraisal, 4, you're clear to close, going to closing. So if you hit videos during those processes, like, just shooting that to the buyer, hey, everything looks good, blah, 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 and then, you get the appraisal, everything's good on the appraisal, we're going forward. Hey guys, guess what? Just got word from the lender, we're clear to close. Excited to see you Tuesday at 3:00 at the closing.
Right. And if you set that kind of precedence throughout the transaction, the customer is probably going to miss it after you close. Maybe that's wishful thinking, but it'll be cool when they get automated videos after the closing, like 30 days later, saying, hey, how's it going? How's the house treating you? How are your plans coming along? And, even a year later, wishing them a happy anniversary on the purchase of their home. Those milestone videos can go a long way.
One of our team members, he does a bunch of videos during the process, and he was at one of the client's parties, and it was for a bunch of nurses and doctors, and they introduced him as the video realtor. So, he's already got a brand name as the video realtor, and and he's making it personal. Some of the videos are with him and his dog, driving in the car, driving with his daughter to school. Now I'm going to go buy one of those mounts for my car window so I can do those, because why not pop live while I'm driving down Sand Lake Road? It's a 3-mile drive, and I can knock out a quick couple minutes and just something there. You don't have to put much thought into it. It's just talking as you're normally out there.
Right. Now, I've got to buy one of those suction cup things and a Tesla just so I can do these. So I can do these videos.
I'm going to stick to my truck, but I'll get the Tesla.
Be sure to have on your seatbelt. Nick talked about that.
Yes.
The importance of safety.
Exactly.
So you have like 9 lives, but 9 regular lives, 9 Facebook lives.
That's awesome. So, one of the 3 things you talked about with the video is you want to entertain, educate, and execute. Obviously, you want to entertain with the video. We're having a good time right now. You want to educate during the video. give them an item of value of whether it's, this is what rates are doing, this is what the inventory looks like, and then execute. For me, execution is just hitting to go live.
Yeah. Execution. Like we were talking about during the event, a lot of people get analysis paralysis. They feel like, oh, let me Google like when's the absolute best time to do a Facebook Live, and it's really just kind of like something that we're doing to either put it off, or it's just one more reason, one more hurdle to jump through. So like what you said, just push live and go. On the first pillar that you mentioned, entertain, I thought it was cool what Nick was talking about, like having a background that is interesting, doing the video in a place of interest, like a popular place of interest in the town that you live or that you're visiting. Just doing a video with that in the background gets people's attention a little bit more than, just like a TV monitor behind you.
So he did a live video on the way to the office for the meeting, and he had gotten here early. So he's like, I'm just going to go drive some neighborhoods. But he's driving around a really nice neighborhood. And I want to try and figure out which one it was. But it was like, so you drive around somewhere that's got a decent area. People are engaged to where it's at. If you're being stationary with your videos, you want to tag the city that it's in.
Yeah.
Or, and it's obviously we've got 4 corners right here. So each week I'm going to tag a different city. I was going to say something else to that. The videos themselves, if you worried about the time when you're going to send it, just go live at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. or 4 p.m. or whatever. But you can always re-engage that video by dropping, if someone's responding to it, respond back to them later in the day. So it helps keep that content fresh. And the other part was, go ahead.
No, he gave us a lot of good pointers on just keeping the momentum on your social media posts. So it's really awesome that you were able to record the entire event. And, I'm sure we can get a bunch more nuggets just by rewatching it and taking some notes. One of the cool things that he talked about is like, whenever you have an idea of like, hey, you're talking with someone and it sparks an idea, hey, that'd be a cool video to make, text it to yourself. And, you're keeping a log of cool video ideas. I do that also using my notes app. Sometimes you can just sit for 10 minutes and think about video ideas, and other times you can just be out and about and something hit you, or even like a cool background for a video. So what he was saying was, since he has this log always with him, when he's in a place where he's thinking, hey, this is a cool background right now, a cool backdrop, I should make a video here, he can just go to his log and look up, what's one of these items that I can make a video about. I have a log right here. So that's some pretty clever stuff he was talking.
So, and then there's, you're creating a brand when you're doing video. So there's 3 pillars to when you're doing your videos about creating the brand. One is we're realtors. So we want to create a real estate brand that's out there.
Right.
We want to talk about a lot of things real estate. Second is our personal growth, how we're achieving our goals in our life and our business. And then the next is your niche. What is your niche with the video is going to be? Or if you have a business niche, first time buyers, whatever, talk about that a lot along with the process. Because you can literally, if you're a first time buyer, you can talk about your niche there, about the real estate side, your personal growth by helping first time buyers, learning from their experiences through the process. And then that becomes like, you can create a channel on that and potentially use it as a lead generation tool.
Right. And one of the other things he was going around getting great engagement from everyone in the room. One of the biggest hangups why people don't do more video is because they don't like the way they look, or they don't like the way they sound. So it's really important to get over that stuff. Like, we're in a people business, like you mentioned, we're face to face with customers on a regular basis. They're going to see how you look. They're going to see, your hair. They're going to hear your voice. So just by doing the video and getting over that helps the customer get to meet you before you meet them. And it just makes them a little more comfortable on the first time that you meet. They feel like they know you a little bit better right off the bat.
I love shooting video text to somebody I haven't met yet to say, hey, this is Todd Schroth. We're meeting at 123 Elm Street today at 3 o'clock. Just want to shoot a quick video so you know who I am, so you can put a face to the name. Look forward to meeting at 3 o'clock. Have a great day. And that's it. I mean, it's 30 seconds. Pop the phone up. Hit, we use BombBomb as our video app. I could text that link right out. And the customers and then that's also a precedent of that's how I'm going to communicate, putting myself out there more often.
Right. Yeah. It can be so much quicker sometimes just to send a video message than to type up a message, correct all the autocorrect mistakes that your phone made, reword it differently halfway into it because he thought of a better way to say the same thing. So sometimes it's so much easier just to send a video message. And Facebook Live, like I'm a person, I do a lot of video and I do a lot of recorded videos. So some of those videos require a lot of editing, and it's so much more liberating to do a video live. And when it's done, it's done. And so, because when you're editing a video, it's, you have this tendency to want to make it perfect and try to remove all imperfections and start over. And so just getting more in the habit of Facebook Lives, doing live videos, recording once and sending it without rewatching it. That's another thing that gets a lot of people hung up. Those are all tips that if you can just get used to it from the beginning, it'll save you a lot of time, hours and hours of your life in the future.
See, all that extra time, you could have done more lives. See, without you could have beat Nick on his 10 lives instead of 9.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You could
For
spend
me, I just got to hit send. When I do some videos, I sometimes hit cancel and re-record. It's mostly bombs. But it's if I can get live and be done with the video, and I may talk too fast or I may have said something wrong. Those are bloopers. People love it, and they'd rather see that than a bunch of edits because you can see the jumping when you're doing that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, things happen, and it's human nature, and it's good just to be authentic. Authenticity goes a long way. Veronica Figueroa posted a great post a few days ago about authenticity. Nick Krem spoke a lot about being your authentic self, not being like this polished, professionally shot, re-edited 12 times person. So it's, your people are going to meet your reasonably authentic self. So, be authentic. Video helps you do that.
Well, it's you're real at that point. One of the other things he had left us with was, you want to make sure they're interested in your videos. You want to, and who to video, like, do you want to get into videoing, video interviews? And that's going to go a long way when people see that stuff, because you can take that Facebook Live that you did and repurpose it to your database as well. And, finding your top 10 people in your sphere, doing interviews with them online, which would be your mortgage lenders. It would be the title companies, would be home inspectors, insurance, like what's going on in the industry. I know there's a lot of changes right now in all parts with it. So it's like doing interviews with those guys, your local school board, your mayor, what's going on in the town, the commissioners, and then putting that out there. And then like every 2 weeks, market the mortgage lender, for example. Obviously, that's the most constant change there. Mm-hmm. And when you're doing it, tag it as Orlando, tag it as Daytona, tag it as, you could be in the same spots. You can tag the city, right. But that way, when people are searching real estate Longwood, real estate Orlando, whatever, it's going to pop up.
Right. Yeah. The interview format is really powerful. It's really awesome. Essentially you can share audiences. So, when he was talking about that, I was writing notes about doing interviews with agents that are in other areas, like these areas where people are moving to Florida from. Wouldn't it be great where, we do an interview of an influential agent in another part of town where those people are moving to Florida? Well, it opens up referral opportunities. You're growing your own audience. They're growing their audience by exposing themselves to my audience here in Central Florida and your audience here in Central Florida. So there's so much there. So Nick did an awesome job, and hats off.
Yeah, no, appreciate it, Nick. And that kind of brings up another one. I've got to do my agent interview this Friday, and it just popped in mind who I want to have on the show. So I'm excited. I'm going to reach out to them right after. But it's like different markets where people are moving to and from. I don't know if I want to interview the agents where everyone's moving out of, like New York, New Jersey, California. But, do you think you'd be out of business eventually because your city will be empty? Or do we want to interview them as someone who's coming this direction, and how the markets are there?
We can strategize about that. But really, it's just, hey, you want to feature them for whatever reason it is. They're doing something awesome in their area, and you want to feature them. And they're going to be excited that you're featuring them. So they're going to be sharing the interview with their audience, and you're going to be sharing the interview with your audience. And hopefully you can pick up some out-of-town buyers, and they can pick up some referrals. People who are leaving their town, moving here, they can refer them out. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of back and forth. Well, cool. We've got a video of the event we're going to post here. We've got it being uploaded to YouTube right now. We'll drop the link in, which will help refresh this video. Yeah. So when you guys get that, take a look at it. It is a bit long, but it is a lot of content. If you want to watch it in sections, cool. But Nick did an awesome job presenting. Appreciate everyone jumping on today. Danny, any final words?
Yep. Tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m., Club Wealth is doing a sales and marketing summit. So anyone that's interested, it's a free virtual event. So if you're interested in attending this sales and marketing summit, Club Wealth is doing it in combination with Isaiah Colton and Company. He's a marketing genius. And so there's going to be 30 guest speakers. I'm going to be one of the guest speakers coming on at 3:30 p.m. But the event starts at 11 a.m. and lasts for 6 hours. So it's going to be packed with information. And if you're interested in watching or just coming in and out, you can do that. And we'll share the link in the comments below.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. See you Friday. Have a great week.
All right. See ya.
All right.